Good morning, YouTube. Hold on one second. Okay. I wanted to make sure my hammock was dry because we had a thunderstorm. We had a humdinger of a storm. I like to sit in this hammock and talk to y'all before or after or in the middle of a break. So we all know I love YouTube, right, Joy Riders? Okay, listen. Somewhere in the last 2 years or so, I felt like I wanted to listen to women. Trying to get my angles. Wait a minute. Oh, that's nice. Let's do that. I was sitting on the side. But that's nice, right? Okay. Anyways, I listened to these, or I specifically started looking for women that I felt like I could relate to. Age. Now, I know, we all have things in common. So don't misquote what I'm saying. We all have things in common. But I specifically was looking for Black women who were in their 50s or like late 40s, right? So I'll be 52 this year. So I noticed that, and I noticed it when I turned 50. I noticed that there's a lot of video content about things you no longer do at 50 or things you realize at 50. Tell you something. I've been ahead of the game for a minute, okay? Because there's a lot of stuff I'm hearing women say about. Yes, I'm about to swing. Show am. It's a lot of things I hear women say in their content, and I'm like, wow, but I've been knowing I that's been my train of thought for since I was 30, you know. And so sometimes I reflect and I feel kind of disappointed in some of the decisions I've made in the way things have turned out in my life. Now why they making noise now? It was quiet. Soon as you start recording, this happens. So but it's gonna be a fast video anyways. But things like one lady was like, when I turned 50, I stopped trying to fit in. I don't know that I ever tried to fit in. In fact, I don't think I was trying to fit in. I think I was trying to make you accept who I was. Not make you, but I was going to be who I was no matter what, no matter who's around. I can be a very animated person. I never tried to tone that down. Um, and if I was too much for you, that's cool. But I wasn't going to not be who I am, you know? So I don't know that I ever tried to necessarily fit in. However, I did realize that you cannot make yourself a part of a group that doesn't want you. Now, I would be lying if I told you I never did that. I did. Not that I tried to change to be in the group. That's probably why they didn't accept me. But I have tried to insert myself into things and got my little feelings hurt. Okay. So now I will say that. But that was way before I turned 50. I realized, oh, this hurts. Not going to do this anymore. And a long time ago, I read something about an ambivert, a person who can be introverted and extroverted. And I was like, yep, that's me. I grew up my mother's only child. I do have siblings, but I don't know most of them. I only met one of them. No, that's not true. I met two of them. I met two sisters. One of them I have a relationship with. The other, unfortunately, I don't because her mother blocked it. And I look for her on and off, but I haven't found her. So she is my little sister. She's my younger sister. But I was my mother's only child. So but my mother always had like big sleepovers and things like that for me. There were other things going on, but we ain't even get into all that. The point is, I learned to play by myself. My childhood was not like most of the people that, I know, because most of the people I know had siblings. Every now and again I'll come across somebody that is the only child, but or they have a lot of older siblings. So you know what? And I'm not editing any of this out because I am not an editor. Show ain't. But I every now and again I will come across somebody who was raised the only child, or like I said, their siblings were much older than them, so they were home still when their siblings were already out of the house. But for the most part, everybody I know, they had um, they had brothers and sisters, at least one. I did not grow up like that, so and it wasn't a bad. I mean, there was some stuff. Again, not going into that. Maybe the Lord will lead me to go into it at some point, but not today. But as far as being lonely, I don't know that I was lonely. Like I said, my mother had sleepovers for me. Back then we went outside and played. So I had the friends I played with. Um, I snuck a cat. My mother was afraid of cats. My mother was afraid of cats and dogs, but I snuck this cat. I named her Fluffy. I snuck her in the basement. And I kept her for I don't know how long before I finally told my mother about her. And she did let me keep her, though she was deathly afraid. Eventually, she got um, a little less anxious around the cat. But I had Fluffy for many years. But my point is, there were no kids around. So I, I think I enjoyed being around children when I was, other kids when I was playing and stuff. But also, I learned how to. One of my favorite things to do was bounce a ball off the wall and sing. I'd be out there singing, bouncing my little ball off the wall. And honey, I would do that for hours. And I was enjoying myself. So for a long time, I thought, oh, I'm an extrovert. I'm an extrovert. But then I was like, well, am I really an extrovert? Because I can be cool by myself too. And so when I came across that saying about ambiverts, I was like, that's it. I also met some people who said they are definitely introverts, though they can be out. Is it outrovert or is it extrovert? Wait a minute. Introvert, extrovert. What did I say? Outrovert? Anyways, I've come across people who know that they are introverts, but they say they can be extroverted when they need to, but then they have to have some time. One of my children is like that. She loves, her family. She loves to, hang out with her friends, but if she gonna be in her room for a good 1 to 2 days to recharge. So, and I started realizing that I'm cool. Now, during another story time, I'm cool, meaning I'm cool either way. That's what I'm trying to say. So I never tried to fit into anything. If you didn't like me, I truly believe that I'm one of the most likable people in the world. I really do. I'm good people, okay? I know nobody's good but the Father, but I'm just saying in generally, if I can help you, I help you. I care about people. I'm a loyal friend. Um, so I'm good people. I'm not a liar. I'm not a manipulator. I'm not a user. I just I just want to be there for you if you need somebody. And yeah, we can laugh and talk too, but I love deep conversations. I don't do the surface stuff. Um, so if you don't want me in your group, that's your loss. And I really feel that way. So anyway, I was just thinking about it. That was one of the things the lady said that she's learned since she was 50 that she no longer does. She no longer tries to fit in. And I thought, I don't know that I ever tried to fit in. Do you try to fit in? What makes somebody try to fit in? Well, I guess you want to belong to something. I don't know. Maybe this is only a part one of this conversation. All right, y'all, I got to get back to work.